universe by definition is a sum of all existence. Thus, by corollary, the universe is existence. If one asserts that a reality-ruling form of consciousness called God is responsible for creating the universe, you are implicitly saying that this God created existence and is the source of everything that subsequently exists. If existence itself, i.e. the universe, was created by the Judeo-Christian God, then did or did not God exist too? If God did exist, then he cannot have created the universe, since existence had to be prior to God in order for him to be said to exist at all. Which means God would be out of a job, since there would be no need for him to create what already was. If you say the Judeo-Christian God did not exist, as in he was outside of the universe, he could not have created it, because in order to create existence, it is first necessary to have something that exists. This can be expressed in a simple mathematical problem. The first mathematical value we see is 0. The explanation for this is, in order for God to be responsible for creating the universe, which is existence, he would have to be non-existent. Otherwise, there would be nothing for him to create, since saying God exists presupposes existence. So he can be expressed with the number 0 for a null value, since that's what something outside the universe would be, a null, which by definition is a non-existent or empty value. The second mathematical value we see is another 0. Now, if he created anything, he has to have something to create with. This is because there is not a single exception to the universal logic and rule that everything created or designed was done using pre-existing material. The very idea of creating something, by definition, assumes having something to create with. But according to Christian apologetics, their God created ex nihilo, out of nothing. So what the Christian God had to create with can be expressed with another 0, because that would be null as well. So the mathematical problem Christians must solve in order to justify the logical existence of their God and prevent him from being falsified as the creator of the universe is expressed in the equal sign and the number 1. How does 0 plus 0 make 1? 1 obviously representing something, i.e. the universe, and by extension, things that exist. How does non-existence create existence? If Christians cannot solve this simple mathematical problem, then we can conclude there never was nothing. Existence always existed in some form, and thus required no God to create it, which falsifies the Judeo-Christian God by way of adherence to rational parsimony. So, Christians, how good is your math? Can you make 0 plus 0 equal 1?